A very warm welcome to another episode of Roots and Wings Iwachu. My name is Enora Gladys and I'm really delighted to be with you today. Remember, Roots and Wings Iwachu, we do explore into lives, inspired journeys and legacies, leadership, of course, the contribution of some people in Rwanda and also Rwandans living abroad in other countries. What is their experience and everything that looks like the contribution in other countries and moreover in their home country in Rwanda. My name is Enora Gladys, as I said, and today I'm really delighted to be having someone who spent 46 years in his career. It's something really inspiring to the young people, of course, and moreover the ones who want to pursue the same career for as him. So allow me to welcome Captain Gabou. Welcome very much.
Thank you.
46 years in the sky, moreover serving to different countries, including Rwanda. How is it?
Well, it's a huge experience, filled with a lot of joys, a lot of hard work, and I'm really, really happy for the 14 years out of the 46 in my career, the 14 years I spent in Rwanda. It was a really, really, really nice stay.
Yes, yes. And Captain Gabou, take us back to a journey, or maybe to the younger Captain Gabou who had dreams to become a pilot in his young age, and then after some time, you suddenly became the pilot that we see, a pilot for 46 years now.
Yeah, you know, when we were. Let's look back to our childhoods. When we were young, we used to play with these paper aircraft, and it's a dream of every young African. How can a machine, huge machine, can lift off and fly with person on board? So it was a dream. Then when I grew up, I realized that aviation was not only about this. It was about discipline, it was about teamwork, and it was also about flying in many countries. So I realized that I was on the good track. It was a good choice for me. Okay. And I did my best to stay in this career as long as I can.
Yes. Speaking of your career and also everything that inspired you, I'm going to ask on my director back of the camera. He's going to be playing some a video. I would like you to just have take a look at it, and then you're going to let us know how it looks like for you, of course. Okay. Thank you so much.
Starting in 1980 when I joined the flight academy. So you can
look on the other side.
Within this 40.
When we talk about Rwanda, maybe somewhere you've spent 14 years of your life, what do you reflect onto? What would you like to say about Rwanda?
Well, Rwanda is becoming one of the most important airlines in African sky. I had the opportunity to be there, not really in the beginning, but after 2 or 3 years, I came in Rwanda, and I just witnessed the growth of this company. Of course, this cannot happen without a strong leadership. And as I said in the video, the leadership, the track was done by the president of the country who wanted to have a big company. So Rwanda is now on the track to become one of the best companies, honestly. When I joined Rwanda, we had four aircraft, less than 40 pilots, and maybe 35 cabin crew. Yes. Now we are a company with 14 aircraft going in Europe, Asia, everywhere, and almost 300 pilots.
Yes, I would like to use the same words they used on their X handle, touchdown on a final time. This week, Captain Gabou made his last landing at Kigali International Airport, closing an exceptional 46-year aviation journey with over 2,000 hours in the skies.
20,000 hours.
20,000, oh sorry, 20,000 in the skies, and 14 years with Rwanda. He carried thousands safely and inspired many along the way. Thank you, Captain. Wishing you a well-deserved retirement. Your wings may now rest. I would like to know, when you started the aviation career, did you think maybe that you will reach this far?
No, because, you know, aviation has a lot of constraints, really, for the pilot side. It has a lot of constraints. The first constraints, you need to be always up to date. We have every year every 6 months we have 2 checks. Performance, we go to the simulator, and when you fail this check, you have only 1 other shot. You fail it, you're out. The most constraint was also to be medically fit. And we are human beings. You cannot expect to be medically fit for 46 years. So for me, I take it like a blessing a little bit, and also a result of personal effort, really personal effort. It's what I was saying in the video. You need to work on yourself, to be focused on yourself if you have to want to achieve a great career in aviation. So aviation has a lot of constraints. And also for me, who has been flying maybe around many countries, I was not always with my family. So the support of a family or the lack of seeing them can be also an obstacle. So their support is very important.
Yes, so you dreamt of being a pilot, but that doesn't mean that maybe one of your sons or maybe your daughters would be having a dream of maybe becoming a musician, something like that. Would you allow that?
Of course. You know, if my dad did not allow me to make my dream, I would have not made it, because he wanted me to be a high school teacher. Yes. I said, no, I want to fly. So I give the freedom to my kids to make their choice. You know, when someone does something he likes, he succeeds on it. If you impose, he will not make it.
As someone who spent 46 years in aviation and 14 years with Rwanda, maybe I would like to know, what have been the most defining moments of your career?
Well, many, but especially let me focus on the 14 years I spent in Rwanda, because for me, these years are the most valuable years in my career. I'm not undermining those I did before, but because here I had the opportunity to be the chief pilot of this company for 9 years. And these 9 years shaped me. I learned and I give also. Why I'm saying that? During these 9 years, I had the opportunity to be part of the growth of Rwanda, to be part of the capacity building on Rwanda young people. So I recruited, because I was the chief pilot, the team of flight operation, which I was leading on this subject, we recruited a lot of young Rwandan girls or boys. We sent them to flying school in Addis, of course, with the government scholarship. Today, these young people are grown. They are now a captain, and they are even chief pilot, because I left my position. So this was, for me, the most important thing in my career. Transmitting the know-how and building the capacities, especially on my brothers, Rwandan people.
I understand. And what were some of the biggest challenges that you faced during your career, of course, the whole journey, and how did you manage to overcome them?
The most challenge is not mainly me, but in aviation, the most challenge for us is, aviation is really, really changing. It's a dynamic things in terms of technology, in terms of new aviation coming in. You need always to follow this dynamic of change. So you need to adapt yourself. You need to be always, 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 as we said, commonly on top of your game. And it's really demanding.
Yeah.
So aviation is demanding. Aviation is also, me as chief pilot, I had another also challenge because in the process of being a chief pilot, when you're a chief pilot, you're responsible of the safety, day-to-day safety of all flights. So I was responsible of day-to-day safety of all Rwanda flight for 9 years. It means everything the pilots are doing, I am responsible. So I need to make sure that they are up to date, they know their procedures, everything, they are current. So it was really demanding.
Yeah.
But I had a strong team. The management of Rwanda Air was really behind, helping, so we made it.
Yes. To someone who's very young and dreaming to be a pilot, as you were, what's the best advice you would like to give to them?
The best advice I would like to give to a young pilot, and I'm really pushing, not only boys, girls, because we need more girls in this industry.
Yes.
Is first of all, to realize your dream. It's not easy, but to stick on it, to work. Don't be disappointed because starting this journey, especially in flight school, there are some challenges. So they need to be really focused on what they are doing. But as I said, there are two main constraints, but the one is more important, your medical issue. Yes. So a young boy who decided to do a long career needs from now to pay attention on his physical health, to see if I do things, because we said what you do on your young age, you pay it when you become old. If you do bad things, you will pay physically, medically. So they need to be focused on themselves, work on themselves, and when they go to school, to stick. Don't be disappointed. Don't give up. I cannot describe how sleepless night I went through when I was a young cadet in a training school. But at the end, we made it.
Yeah. What was your first reaction or maybe impression on your first day being the one who's going to fly the passengers from one destination to another?
You might be laughing. When I went in the academy in France, it was my first time to board an airplane.
That was in which year specifically?
1980.
1980.
1980. When I went to the academy, I was scared. I was dreaming, but I was scared. My first flight with the instructor, I said, oh, what's going on here? Yes. But I was scared. But rapidly, I knew that this was what I wanted to do. But it's not easy. When I become captain, because the responsibilities lies on when you're captain, because you are the only one who take the decision. Of course, it's a teamwork, but any mistake, you are the only one being responsible. And I was captain, I was 28 years and a half old.
Yes.
And I was like, it was a flight going to Paris, and I was like, wow, am I the one responsible of all these people?
And then they reached very safely, everyone.
Yeah, everyone.
Yes.
You forget after a few minutes, you forget that you have people behind you. You just forget. You just focus on your procedure, do your job properly.
Yes. There are some careers that some people tell us that each and every case is totally different from the other one that you're going to be meeting. Is it the same thing with
Exactly. In aviation, today's flight is not tomorrow's flight. even if the same airplane, even if you want with the same crew, all flights are different. Why? Because the weather is changing. This is one. The status of the aircraft might be changed. The challenge you can cross when you are flying might not be the same today and tomorrow. So we never take for granted a flight, even with a lot of experience. So which leads me to take you that aviation is the discipline where humility and teamwork are the most important when you are a pilot. You need to be humble.
Indeed. We are still talking to Chief Captain Gabou, and we'll be back with a short break after some time. Thank you. Welcome back to Roots and Wings Iwachu. We are having a very good talk with Captain Gabou. Welcome back again.
Thank you.
Yes, you've spent 9 years as the chief pilot in Rwanda. I would like to know, in moments of high pressure, what defines a good leader, mostly in aviation?
First of all, in aviation, a good leader is the one who prioritizes the teamwork. This is one. But in high pressure situation, is the one who needs to be calm, to stick on the procedures, to really stick on the procedures. So a leader stick on the procedure, bring all the team together, and remain calm. Because if you are not calm, the team you are leading will not follow. So it's really, really important. I can give a small example. In my career, long time back, we had a small issue, and it's normal. It's human being. It's human being.
Yes.
We had a technical issue. It was, a little bit scary. The first officer, who was on my right seat, started talking in his mother tongue. Yeah. This is the human reaction. Yeah. When you are so scared, you lose total control and you reverse in your mother tongue. So knowing that, the always briefing I do to my crew, and everyone can witness in Rwanda, whether the cabin crew, is what can save you is the knowledge of your procedures in every situation and being calm. Being calm is the most important. So the leader needs to lead by example, being calm, knows his procedure, and bring everyone together in a teamwork.
How did you manage to build trust and teamwork among the crew members, especially during the critical situations as that?
First of all, is communication. Communication is the key. Communication, listening to the others. You can be a captain, but you're a human being, you don't know everything. You can learn from the one who's on the right seat, the first officer, or even from the cabin crew. Because a malfunction can come from behind, and they might give you some information which can help you to make the decision. So for me, always, 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 always being humble, it's the most important thing. It's the most important thing.
I understand. Thank you so much. Looking back, what are the most important lessons that shaped you both as a professional and also as a person?
Okay. As a professional, discipline. Aviation needs a lot of discipline. For me, in my position as chief pilot, mentoring the young generation. And I learned a lot from them. When I mentored them, I learned a lot from them. So discipline, mentoring, and hard work. Nothing can be achieved without hard work. So I try to put it in my personal life, being disciplined and listen to the others and being humble.
Yes, yes. And an advice to the young people. What advice would you like to give to young Rwandans, Africans from your home country, from my home country, and all over the Africa who would like to pursue aviation, but any other also career that is considered as hard?
Okay, what I will tell them is they need to realize their dream. If this is what they want, everything is possible for African young people. We are African, and we can make it.
Yes.
I did it. I just come from not a very small family, and I did it, a village. So African young people can do it, but it needs hard work. It needs to be focused, and so really I insist on it. If you lose track during this process, you're out.
Yes. In today's fast-changing world, we do have a lot of things coming in with technology, artificial intelligence, and all of that. What do you think are essential for the young people to be having in order to be able to succeed?
First of all, they need to enjoy, but they need to be updated to this technology. You know, when in my generation we did not have a cellular phone, the aircraft, my first command aircraft was a second or third generation aircraft. There was no computer. So you need to know every procedure by memory. But now they have a lot of computers, but a computer is really nice, but when it's not working, you are alone. So this is what always I teach them. You need to know what you are doing. You need to focus. Honestly, this job is about being focused on what you are doing. So the young generation, they can make it. In the changing world, they need to adapt to the situation. They need to adapt. They need to learn the new technology because, yeah, aviation will change for sure with artificial intelligence coming in. But I trust this young generation, especially those I met here. They are smart, they are intelligent,
Indeed.
They can make it.
Are they giving a promising Rwanda in the future? Because it's something that is going to be growing day to day, I have to say.
Oh, yes. This generation of pilot, young people, they are smart. These are the future of this company. Let me give you just an example. I won't name it. I won't name her, but she will recognize.
Yes.
When I become chief pilot, it was in 2013, and I think a few months later, this young girl was doing an internship in Rwanda Civil Aviation. She was just there, and I was with a colleague who said, "Oh, this is our new generation, our new chief pilot." And she looked at me, "Oh, Captain, I want to fly. Captain, I want to be a pilot." I said, "Yeah, you have to.
Yes.
Today, she's in Rwanda. She's the captain, and she's the fleet manager.
Wow, it's Rwandese. We can just
Yes,
give her a
she is
credit.
Rwandese.
Interesting. You can just give her maybe a
She's-
credit, her name, mention her. It's okay. That's totally fine.
The name. She's on Q400. She's the fleet manager of Q400. The name will come. I will tell you during the.
It's awesome.
She's captain and Q400. Every time I see her, I'm so happy. I said, yeah,
Yes.
at least she made it. From a young girl who say, oh, I want to become a pilot.
Yes. And now she's making it.
She made it.
Wow.
She's made it.
Looking back, what are the most important lessons that shaped, or maybe the kind of legacy that you'd like to leave? Maybe what you'd like to give to the Rwanda, of course. You've mentioned it a lot for today's show, for 14 years of yours.
Okay, the legacy I wanted to leave is simple. If my career has inspired a lot of young Rwandan, I think that I accomplished my missions. Because we did what we was able to be done at this period to put Rwanda where it is. I showed them that with hard work, with discipline, with following the SOPs, what we call standard operation procedure, they can make it. If they can just apply these three and work on themselves, I will be proud of them.
Yes. If you had a chance to start again, to start all over again, your career from the scratch, is there anything that you'd like to do differently?
No.
Anything?
I had a wonderful career. I will never change it. You know, a career is what makes it nice is all the challenges, all the difficulties, how you sort out all the issues, and all the people you met. I mean, for me, it was really most important, all the people I met, especially in Rwanda, especially the cabin crew, the pilot, the management pilot people, the engineers. Wonderful person.
Yes, yes.
I cannot
We're
tell.
closely coming to an end, but finally, Captain, how would you like to summarize your 46-year journey in aviation as a message for the audience?
Okay. Aviation during these 46 years was wonderful. I was in the best office which can exist, is in the sky. I was in the best office. You are above everything. You feel free, and you have the responsibilities. So, for me, having gone through all this without any issue, no incident, no accident, it's a blessing. So, what I just wanted people to remember, I did a small part in the growth of Rwanda. I did a small part mentoring the young Rwandan to become pilot. It's enough.
Yes.
It's what I take and what I will go back with if I leave the country.
Rwanda is a country that you worked for 14 years of your life. What would you like to say about Rwanda?
Oh, a lot of things, a lot of things. I witnessed the changes. It's why I said Rwanda for me is not only a country I work, it's my country. Very good leadership. What the His Excellency has done in this country in few years. I am one of the foreigners who can witness, because I was in Rwanda in 1990 for 3 days.
Yes.
When the Pope came here, I was in the delegation as a pilot of a naval aircraft. So I knew, I was a young pilot, I knew where Rwanda was. Now where Rwanda is now, it's the miracle.
Definitely.
It's the miracle. And as an African, we are proud.
Thank you very much, Captain Gabou, for your time, and we wish you a happy retirement.
Thank you.
Are you going to return back exactly to your home country, or maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, okay.
We never know.
It's okay. Thank you so much, Captain, for passing by, and welcome even any other time.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was Captain Gabou sharing his insights, and also we tried to explore into his life, his 46 career journey in aviation in Rwanda for 14 years. My name is Gladys, and this is Roots and Wings Iwachu. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.